What's the most surprising thing in your year and a half now as GM?
Wow, I'm not sure if there's been one surprising thing. I think it's been really nice to see the development of staff, really nice to see how the culture has grown within basketball operations, and that includes coaching staff, performance, and so forth, but also the relationships with the players and so forth. So I think that's nice that they're enjoying being around each other and they can have candid conversations.
I know, so he can late read it. Let him late read it. He don't know what to do when we late read it. But he not in it.
And I think that's important when you're not afraid to call somebody out, or you're afraid to say, hey, why are we doing this? Have you looked at this? And bring fresh ideas to the table. So I don't know if it's surprising, but it's been good for me to see that, I think.
You mentioned this a couple times already. Guys on the roster who have a chip on their shoulder. There's a lot of those guys on this roster. Was that by design?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, we're not picking 1 or 2 in the draft, right? So, we're going to have to be creative, whether it's the draft or whether it's free agency. We're going to have to bid on our development group, which we certainly have. So we've got some really nice development coaches. I think our whole coaching staff, that's a little bit of their forte. The performance team that we've surrounded these guys with is bringing new and fresh ideas. So we're trying to develop these guys on and off the court. And if guys come in here with, hey, look, I've got something to prove, I was discarded here or looked over there, I think that resonates. It definitely resonates with Kenny, and he likes that. And it's something we can always fall back on because they're going to compete. I think you've heard Kenny and myself say numerous times we're going to demand that of the guys. I think they demand it of themselves. I mean, they're going to hold each other accountable, which is a big piece to it.
How pleased are you with the growth of your young guys on this roster?
Very. I think those guys, they know they've got a long ways to go. There's no question there. But the fact is that they've put in the time this summer. They've been around. They've been hanging out with each other, on the court. And we'll see. The intriguing thing for me is, these guys are all 5, 6, 7 years away from being in a prime. So, we'll have to have a little bit of patience. We'll watch them grow, and hopefully they stay hungry and maintain that fire.
I asked people around the team, who had the best offseason? Caris LeVert's name comes up pretty quickly. Your thoughts on the season Caris LeVert had and how he could grow?
Yeah, I'd hate to just single one guy out, because I think if you look at all our guys, Damari Carroll, his wife has a newborn, and he's, 3 days later, I'm going to Brooklyn to get 3 workouts in, and then I'll go back and stuff. So that's the buy-in that we talked about. But yeah, Caris is terrific. His work ethic is great, and I think it's contagious. When you have guys like, Caris really devoting themselves to, like, I got to get better, I've got to be in the gym, and they're pushing each other. They push each other hard, and it's a contagious sort of work ethic.